Hey, Jason Palser here, and in this video we want to talk about, which I get hit with all the time, do I need to hey, I'm getting started in real estate. Do I need to have all these systems in place? There's so many out there. What do I do? What should I be doing right out of the gate? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, whether you're brand new or whether you're seasoned and you're doing 5 to 10 to 15 deals a month, 20 deals a month. I've been hired to do it for companies that need to average 30 or 40, 50 homes a month. So each different entity has different needs. So let's kind of navigate and walk through some of that so that you can start to clear all the clutter and get a good idea of what you want to do as far as your business goes, because there's lots of softwares out there. Okay. And again, as always, subscribe or hit the bell. So when we drop more good content, you know with certainty that you're notified immediately. And because it's our mission to make you the most powerful investor in any city that you choose. Okay. But with regards to software, let's kind of break it down, and I'll lay the foundation for you first as well. I think most of you know, or some of you know, but I would say most of you that have subscribed to our channel. Again, my name is Jason Palser. I built and sold a real estate automation software company with another gentleman. I sold that probably, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Don't even remember. But it was all centered around making the real estate investment business run more automated, run more efficiently. Everything doesn't have to be automated because, quite frankly, you can't automate everything, but you can certainly, without a doubt, you can certainly make your life a lot easier, if you know what I mean. Okay. So let's talk about that. Again, you could look it up. It was REI Black Book or whatever. And, but having said that, what things can I be doing to make my life more efficient? So let's talk about what the problems are first, and then let's talk about things that we could do from a automation, or what systems do I have to have in place to try and solve some of those items. I'll start with, hey, you need to get good off-market leads, right? You need to get off-market motivated sellers in front of you. And how do we do that? So there's tons of stuff that you can do, and I can just name off a few so that we can start with what do we have to have, and then how do we start solving the problem, right? So I like to reverse engineer things. Okay. So what do we need? We need good off-market leads. How do we get those? Well, one way is to buy a vacant list, right? One way is to use the Freedom of Information Act, which we do at a very, very high level. We've had several clients come to us and be like, hey man, I've tried to use the Freedom of Information Act to request an open record request, and I just get rebuffed. I get pushed back, and I don't get what I want. We can certainly solve that with a 2-day blueprint build out, because we know how tough that can be. We've done it in 100+ cities. And so we know that gauntlet. But what do those leads get you? Let's see. Those leads will get you code violations, water disconnects, cease and desist, order to vacate. Those are all good off-market leads. What are some other good off-market leads? Pre-foreclosures, delinquent property tax, probate, assisted living facility leads, arrest records. I'm saying some things that a lot of you don't even hit. High equity absentee owners.
Way too much.
I am going away a little bit. You understand that arrest records are public data, right? Again, I don't want to get off on a tangent, even though I normally do, right? So anyways, you have leads, but now what do we do with them? What needs to happen to get the homeowners to respond to you? You need to deploy some sort of marketing effort, whether it's outbound or you've done some things to have inbound calls coming to you, or you're doing proactive things outbound to get the phone to ring, to get them to respond to you, whether it's text message, email, phone call, whatever. What are they? Maybe they come drive, knock on your door. Very rare. It's happened. But having said that, so what do we do? Okay. We have to call. We have to mail. We have to tag their door. We've tested 200 variations of door tags. I have 2 out of 200 that destroy the universe and get an amazing response rate. Okay. And so we have to do things to make our life easier, right? So let's start doing that right now. One, if you've got to make phone calls, let's say you got 3,000 leads. Do you know how long it's going to take you to get through 3,000 leads and tons of phone numbers? If you skip trace them, it's going to take you a while. So what can we do to be efficient? We can use different calling tools. Okay. So we're talking about what systems do I have to have in place. So CallRail. Okay, so there's stuff like CallRail that's out there that literally allows you to organize this and do it more efficiently than you just dialing on your own. So what you need to look up, and if you're taking notes, is you simply need to go to Google and just look up phone dialers, right? So there's dialers that you upload your list, and it queues of all the phone numbers, right? And then it queues them up, and it will start dialing simultaneously. And when one answers, it stops dialing the other ones. So imagine a world where you're just picking up the phone again and again, right? That's efficiency. Some other things that you can do. What systems should you have in place? You have to house all of these leads, right? So there's tons of stuff out there. Like I said, I built and sold a real estate automation software company that organized everything, okay? But one that we like to use is Podio. So Podio is a nimble system that has CRM capabilities. The beauty of Podio, and why I like Podio, and for most of you, I would hope, as an investor that is familiar to you, the reason I like it is this. It allows you to plug in other widgets or other outside resources like a CallRail straight into your Podio. So all your leads are housed in Podio, and then you add in CallRail, and with the click of a button, you're using these two systems, and it's organized. All your leads are organized, and now it's calling all of them, so you can take notes on each one. So it's centralizing your efforts, right? And so that's something that you need to strongly consider. When we do a 2-day blueprint, we build all that out, all that infrastructure, thousands of closings deep. So if you can imagine, when we have to do things at a high level and average 20, 30, 40, 50 homes a month for some of these big clients, right? We have to be efficient. We don't have a choice, right? So what we do when we do a 2-day blueprint, for those that don't know, we build out that lead flow and tracking. We simplify it. We make it streamlined. So that's one of the efficiencies it can do. Another efficiency that you should have is that human capital. And I'll talk about that for a second and then bleed it back into what systems, okay? So you can have other people calling for you and setting appointments. But if they set appointments, don't you need to know that that appointment exists? So again, inside places like Podio, we could set up inside their triggers and widgets to where somebody's making calls straight through your system, and the moment that they get a seller that says, hey, you know what, yeah, come by, and I'd like to have you guys make me an offer. So now you're gonna have an appointment, right? So right inside your system, someone else that you hired to make phone calls can set that appointment, and automatically it flows over to your Google Calendar. And you can use other calendars, but we like to use our Google Calendar. Okay, so that's a level of efficiency. Let's talk about some other ways to build out and have systems. Okay, another thing that you could do, and again, we suffocate cities 30 different ways, and we don't just do the same 5 worn out techniques, as I think most of you know. So we take over a city 30 different ways to get off market leads 30 different ways. So the game's not fair, right? But one of the big ones, the top 3 or 4 source for us, is off market properties that need work that you can have. That you could get yourself driving for dollars, but we're talking about turning this into a system. So another thing that you can do is you can have bird dogs building a list for you of off-market properties that need work, grass is overgrown, mailbox overflowing, stuff like that. But you need to have a system in place to organize all that and track who sent you that lead, because when you buy a house, you pay them a little fee, right? So we have stuff that through some of our blueprint clients that we worked in conjunction with to build out. My wife spearheaded it with Noah and Katie, a couple of our clients. It's called Property Scout. So another tool that you can use is called Property Scout. And what it does is it allows you and or any bird dog to identify a house that needs work, put it inside your system. We're trying to make your life easy here. Put it inside your system, okay? And if they mess up on the address, type it in the address. There's a little bot in there, an algorithm that they created that fixes it, which saves you time and energy and wasted motion, right? It also allows them to house the picture that they took of the property in there. It also goes out and pulls in the Google Earth picture so you know it's the right house. It also puts it in a spreadsheet automatically and goes to the county assessor's website and tries to pull the name for you automatically. So it's building a spreadsheet hands-free so that you can have skip traced immediately. It also leaves breadcrumbs for anybody that's inside your Property Scout app or whatever. It leaves breadcrumbs on a map, Meaning, if you have 15 people sending you the good properties because no one else has that list, everybody can buy a vacant list. No one can buy your list of off-market properties that you cultivated, right? That's why that list is more valuable. It's a top 3 lead source out of 30 for us, right? So you should be doing that. It's almost criminal if you don't, okay? But here's another thing that it does. It leaves breadcrumbs. So if you have 10 people sending you properties, they already know because they could see it inside where they're submitting to you, inside your system, that somebody else has already submitted it to you, which is wonderful. And it also, tracks which person gave you which lead so that you don't have to do that. All those things that I just said would take you tons and tons and tons of man hours. What are we doing right now? We're talking about what systems, at a minimum, should we be considering to run our things for our investment business more efficiently so that we can close more deals, make more money, and gain more freedom, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to make more money in less amount of time and or replace another income somewhere else, or just simply continue to march towards our income benchmarks or retirement benchmarks. It's really hard to do as a one-man band or a one-woman band, or just doing it on your own, or gosh, I've worked with VAs and they didn't work out. So those are some of the things that you can have in place. You can hire somebody. As a virtual assistant that's very good at writing programs, or bots, or what I like to call, scrapers. They go to county websites and scrape data for you. Pre-foreclosure data, depending on what county or city you live in. Delinquent tax, my favorite lead source of all time out of 30. What we do in that space is completely unfair. So they can create these scrapers that scrape the data for you and bring it over to you so that you can throw it into your Podio machine, have the calling systems calling automatically, appointments being set, organize all the leads coming in that are good off-market leads of properties that need work, and have that all organized, ready to go, to be skip traced. All those things that I'm saying right now, as I say them one after another, on your end, you're like, wow, it's starting to feel like a lot of stuff. Right, Mike?
A lot of stuff that you're giving out right now.
Yeah, so these things right now that would cost you a lot of time and energy, imagine having them all put together that run symbiotic together. It's a nice flow so that all you do is just wake up and push go, keep your foot on the gas on the strategies to bring in the off-market leads, and everything else falls into place. That's what we do, right? So been doing it for a long time. Been speaking for all the freaking virtually almost every dang TV show that there's been out there. Remember Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad for, I think, a gazillion years, something like that. And so I know where the heartburn is. I know if you're at 10 deals a month, how to get you to 20 deals a month. I know if you're at 0 to 3 deals a month, how to get you to 5 to 7 deals a month. And the fun part for me is how to do it without a budget. We know when a good lead comes in, the first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that we do, the first 6 levels of attack cost less than $1. No one, unless we've done a blueprint for them, no one you shake hands with can say that. So wouldn't it be nice to have a system that flows all that, and also to attack good leads and hit them the right way in the right order for less than $1? I consider that fun, right? Hopefully this starts to put the framework in place for you to actually build from and run a systematic machine. If you want more information on it, just go to the number 2, dayblueprint.com, and see what everybody else says about what we've done for them in their business. See what we bring to the table. And you can also schedule a call with us. So simply go there and schedule a call with us. We'll talk to you about you, your marketplace, your business, your income goals, or whatever benchmarks you set for yourself. And my favorite thing on earth to do when we have a conversation with somebody, and again, it's free, to reverse engineer what you want to do from an income and income goal or an income benchmark, and then we'll reverse engineer what you have to do to get there. Thousands of homes acquired at this point is either on purpose or an accident. And I'm pretty sure that everybody that watches this video, you at home right now, know that it's not an accident. Just think about this. Just clear your head. There's a better way to do this. So reach out to us, comment, and don't forget to subscribe or hit the bell. And when we drop more good information, you're automatically going to get it. But we encourage you to set up a call with us and look forward to talking to you. See you soon. Bye.